Hello, it's Zach from Nomadic Arts. Katarina is sickies and she will be hopefully taking some nap. And today we're gonna talk about the sinew wrapping for arrows. So here we got some arrows I did, or at least I started for just enough. So here you can see these are fairly short, but you got the idea. And there's a sinew underneath, birch bark, and feathers. So no points yet. We'll go to that eventually. So thanks. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you sinew. This is a half processed sinew I got from Jason Beaver. He's a bowyer from US, and he was very kind to send me some deer like sinew for testing. Thanks, Jason. So I guess he did a pretty good job, because the other stuff that I used to buy wouldn't work that well. So what I did is my thumbnails, not the right one because it's broken, I would just do one of these and it would separate on its own. Whatever Jason does, we didn't talk about it, but it does the job. So you see, it separates ever so easily. So let's say this guy. That would be part that you need. Then what we do is clean the table, always clean the table. I did that before, and I wrap it in a wet cloth for about half an hour or so, and I guess you can see there's a bunch of it right here. I have my trusty forester shafts. I cut the knock. You can see the videos. We don't have to go through that all over again. I sand it really finely, so everything should be okay. This glue is fish glue from Lee Valley. I love it. It's ready to use. All you have to do is close it so it doesn't get dry. And before I go to that, what you need is wet cloth and dry cloth, because these things get messy. So what we do now is, at least the way we do it here, finger into it, a little bit of glue. It will get messy, but that's the way she goes. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna apply fairly thick layer of glue. Wet cloth, that's why we have it. And clean the fingers, because otherwise it would be very messy if it touches the sinew. So let's go with the big one. Okay, I'll try to come as close as possible. And here we go. I guess clockwise. It's for good luck if you're from whatever part of the world. Now it's wet, it's very pliable. There we go. Wet cloth again. Clean the fingers. Look at this bad boy, ever so thin. Doesn't look like that on the camera, but it is. Again, this fish glue is so sticky, it's unbelievable. Unless you work with it, I guess you wouldn't know. So anyway, third piece and so on. I am so insecure. We have to do the proper testing. I hope these arrows are for Peter Decker. We'll see. I just picked the random one. It's Friday afternoon and I'm tired. Everybody's tired. So let's see what happens. If this one are for Peter Decker, he's gonna test it for free because he likes to see what's going on and whatnot. And we're gonna learn all together. I hope that works. So that's why I'm overkilling it, because everything in the book should work just fine, but till we try it, we don't know. So on Manchu arrows, from the nocking point where the string touches the arrow should be 5 centimeters or about 2 inches. So we're gonna keep that in mind and just go randomly and try to meet that point. I'm kind of putting too much of it, but let's see what Peter has to say about it. Once again, sinew is from JWB bows. Really good stuff. Maybe he sent me best of what he had, but so easy to work comparing to whatever else I was using. It's really nice and I really like it. So I'm gonna add one more layer. Oh yeah, you can see what I got here. It is easier to work like this. So one big one, maybe 1 centimeter or quarter of an inch, and then I'm gonna smooth it up. Bend the fingers, smooth it up again, glue again, and I think my camera gonna run out of the video, but that's why I have to rush it up. Shouldn't take this long. Okay, so I add another layer of fish glue. I hope you can see. I selected from wherever I got sitting on a balcony, birch bark. And I did some experiments, and this is what I use. I'm not saying it's a good or bad, right or wrong. It's just what I did so far. We should learn together. So I'm gonna apply it on both sides. It softens up birch bark and it goes really nicely. So this takes time because birch bark is not as strong. That's why Peter Decker told me to use cherry bark for the front of the arrows, but for the back of the arrows, birch bark is the one that you should use. So you see how sticky it is? It dries almost immediately. So you should practice with it till you get things just right. Okay, so the wet cloth again. And again, my fingers are not super clean. They're just a bit clean. or at least more wet than it used to be. Note a color of the birch bark from one side to the other. I use the darker one because it looks, let's say, cool. So you see what I'm doing? I'm holding it with the finger of the left hand, and then I'm gonna go towards the front. Reason being is, let's say if you do roofing, which most likely none of us will ever have to do, it's less resistance if you go this way. So let's just go with that. So this is what it is for now. I can always get my fingers more wet and just roll it, smooth it out. So again, wet cloth, dry cloth, and I think we gotta point across. We're gonna trim it, everything obviously. Whatever is too much is too much, but I think it does the job for now. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, all of that. Zach, Nomadic Archery. Bye.